Hola, muchachos. Hoy estamos leyendo el libro Abuela de Arthur Dorros, ilustrado por Elisa. Hi kids, today we're reading the book Abuela by Arthur Dorros, illustrated by Elisa. To my grandmother, Ami's Abuela, and Alex from AD. For my nephews, Sam, Joey, Jacob, Andrew, Steen, Todd, Harry, and Scott from EK. In the following story, there will be Spanish words and phrases, so if I pronounced it wrong, please forgive me. Now, let the story begin. Abuela takes me on the bus. We go all around the city. Abuela is my grandma. She is my mother's mother. Abuela means grandma in Spanish. And Abuela speaks mainly Spanish because that's what people spoke where she grew up. Before she came to this country, of course. Abuela and I are always going places. Today we're going to the park. El parque es lindo, says Abuela. I know what she means. I think the park is beautiful too. Tantos, pájaros, Abuela says as a flock of birds surrounds us. So many birds. They're picking up the bread we brought. Woohoo! What if they picked me up and carried me high above the park? What if I could fly? Abuela would wonder where I was. Swooping like a bird, I'd call to her. Oye, Abuela, estoy aquí! Then she'd see me flying. Rosalba the bird. Rosalba, el pájaro, she'd say. Ven, Abuela. Come, Abuela, I'd say. Sí, quiero volar, Abuela would reply as she leaped into the sky with her skirt flapping in the wind. We would fly all over the city. Mira, Abuela would say, pointing. And I'd look as we soared over parks and streets, dogs and people. We'd wave to the people waiting for the bus. Buenos dias, we'd say. Buenos dias, good morning, they'd call up to us. We'd fly over factories and trains. And glide close to the sea. Cerca del mar, we'd say. We'd almost touch the tops of the waves. Abuela's skirt would be a sail. She could race with the sailboat. And I'll bet she'd win. We'd fly to where the ships are docked and watch people unload fruits from the land where Abuela grew up. Mangoes, bananas, papayas. Those are all Spanish words. So are rodeo, patio, and burro. Maybe we'd see a cousin of Abuela's hooking boxes of fruits to a crane. We saw her cousin's annual ones, unloading and loading the ships. Out past the boats in the harbor, we'd see the Statue of Liberty. Me gusta, Abuela would say. Abuela really likes her. I do too. We would circle around Liberty's head and wave to the people visiting her. That would remind Abuela of when she first came to this country. Vamos al aeropuerto, she'd say. She'd take me to the airport where the plane that first brought her landed. Ciudado, Abuela would tell me. We'd have to be careful as we went for a short ride. Then we could fly to Tío Pablo's and Tia Elisa's store. Pablo is my uncle, my tío, and Elisa is my aunt, my tia. They'd be surprised when we flew in, but they'd offer us cool limonada. Flying is hot work. Pero quiero volar más, Abuela would say. She wants to fly more. I want to fly more too. We would fly to Las Nubes, the clouds. One looks like a cat, un gato. One looks like a bear, un oso. And one looks like a chair, una silla. Descansemos un momento, Abuela would say. She wants to rest for a moment. We would rest in our chair, and Abuela would hold me in her arms, with the whole sky being our house, nuestra casa. We'd be as high as airplanes, balloons, and birds, and higher than the tall buildings downtown. But we'd fly there too, and look around. We could find a building where my father works, to check up on him. Hola, papá, I'd say as we waved. And Abuela would do a flip for fun as we passed by the window. Mira, I hear Abuela say. Look, she's telling me. I do look, and we're back in the park. We're walking by the lake. Abuela probably wants to go for a boat ride. Vamos a otra aventura, she says. She wants us to go for another adventure. That's just one of the things I love about Abuela. She likes adventures. Abuela takes my hand. Vamos, she says. Let's go. And that, muchachos, is the end of the book Abuela. And hopefully my Spanish weren't too bad and you weren't tortured by that. Thank you. Anyways, for the fun fact today, I put that Abraham Lincoln loved cats and once let one eat from the table during a formal White House dinner.